Hello, I am Dr. Farshad Amini Behbani and this is short course of Iranian traditional medicine. In this section, we review some advices in eating or in healthy eating in Iranian traditional medicine. Before that, I should mention that most of the advices in Iranian traditional medicine, especially those who related to temperamental or medicinal foods, are proper for the climate area number 4, a most populated area which is between two latitude lines. The first line is a line that the longest day of the year in that area is not more than 14 hours and 45 minutes. The second line is the line that in that area the longest day of the year is not more than 15 hours and 45 minutes in both north and south hemisphere. We have this number 4 climate area in both south and north hemisphere. And of course, a tiny line in equatorial line that is considered the balanced temperamental line as reference can use these advices. For the other area, these advices should be adjusted. For example, dates or bananas considered as a warm temperamental food for a person who lived in climate area number 4. But these foods are normal or balanced temperamental foods in the climate area number 2 and number 3. In number 4 climate area, if I want to eat date, I should correct its temperament with some cold and wet food like yogurt or cucumber. But a person who lives in a climate area number 3 not only do not need to correct the temperament of the dates, but also sometimes add some cinnamon to it. That is a hot and dry spices. There is another thing that I should mention as big rules above the regular rules that we want to discuss in this section. Number 1 of big rules is to respect the nature of the body and the nature of the environment. See what nature prepared for you, what nature desire to eat. It's important. Second big rule is to respect the habits. Habits are considered as secondary nature in Iranian traditional medicine. Even if there is a bad habit, it should be corrected gradually and slowly. Okay, I want to begin the evaluation of these advices with medicinal food. I mean the food that has unbalanced temperament. They may be are hot, cold, wet or dry. Try not to eat medicinal foods as your main meal as possible as you can. The main meal should be a corrected food or a balanced food, like meat, like bread, like egg. But medicinal food that are unbalanced or have unbalanced temperament can cause illness if they use as main meal. They are proper for correction of the main meal or for treatment of diseases. Another advice is to eat proper amount of food, not too much more than digestive system ability to digestion, and not so little that bring weakness for the body. Both are not proper. Do not eat until feel hungry, and do not eat over a full belly. This causes mixing undigested food with a digested food and cause a bad chylus, and so cause the production of abnormal humors. Do not eat so fast and do not eat so slow. You know, if you eat fast, you have to not well chew the food. So not well chewed food cause more phlegm and cause disease. But if you eat so slowly, you mix actually a well digested first bit of the food. For example, after 1 hour you are eating, and the unchewed last bit of the food. These two parts mix with each other and produced a bad chylus. Even can produce toxins. Eat different kind of the main food, and do not eat the same food repeatedly. Diversity sustains desire. If you do something that cause the hatefulness of the nature, the hate of the nature, or if you eat a food that you hated, even the food has proper temperament, or even the food prepared from the best materials, the chylus will be a bad chylus. Repeated food cause hate in the nature. Eat at the mildest time of the day. In the winter, the mildest time, for example, is at noon, and in the summer, the mildest time is at afternoon or early morning. Correct the sweet taste with sour taste, and correct sour taste with sweet taste. Correct tasteless food with salt and correct salty food or hot food with tasteless foods. In eating, always consider the stomach condition. If you have a wet stomach, a stomach that food do not remain in it without white coating of the tongue, with a clean tongue with watery mouth, a good advice is to eat some pomegranate before the meal. If you have flake in your stomach, a whitey coat on your tongue, maybe some peppermint before and after meal be proper. Drinking some coffee, a cup of coffee after 1 hour after the meal may be proper for phlegm in the stomach. Phlegmatic stomach, like wet temperamental stomach, also pass the food fast but with a white coat on the tongue. There is another advice that respect the beliefs of an area or country about forbidden foods. If in India the cow meat is forbidden, you should respect it, because sometimes the forbidden food in a special area produce bad humors. There is some forbidden combination of the foods also in Iranian traditional medicine. For example, in Iran we believe do not bring together vinegar or pickled material with yogurt or milk. They produce bad humors. Another advice is do not bring together fish and milk or yogurt with each other. They cause ileitis or stomachache and sometimes vitiligo. Do not eat two medicinal foods with the same temperament together. They are produced the same humor with the same temperament more than need. Do not eat after sweet cold water, for example. Do not eat well-cooked egg with fish. The digestion will be difficult if you do so. And there is some forbidden combination that is proper for Iranian traditional eating habit. Maybe you have not the same foods for hearing their related advices. I don't mention them in this section. Try not to eat fine foods, I mean the foods that their digestion is easy after a strong exercise or when you are angry. we believe that this